So this is a very basic implementation of building and training a model to make predictions. Now, to simplify things, I have removed all the code that we wrote in the last lecture for calculating the accuracy, because in this lecture, we're going to focus on a different topic. So basically, we import our data set, create a model, train it, and then ask it to make predictions. Now, this piece of code that you see here is not what we want to run every time we have a new user or every time we want to make recommendations to an existing user, because training a model can sometimes be really time consuming. In this example, we're dealing with a very small data set that has only 20 records. But in real applications, we might have a data set with thousands or millions of samples. Training a model for that might take seconds, minutes, or even hours. So that is why model persistence is important. Once in a while, we build and train our model, and then we'll save it to a file. Now, next time we want to make predictions, we simply load the model from the file and ask it to make predictions. That model is already trained. We don't need to retrain it. It's like an intelligent person. So let me show you how to do this. It's very, very easy. On the top, from sklearn.externals module, we import joblib. This joblib object has methods for saving and loading models. So after we train our model, we simply call joblib.dump and give it two arguments: our model and the name of the file in which we want to store this model. Let's call that music-recommender.joblib. That's all we have to do. Now, temporarily, I'm going to comment out this line. We don't want to make any predictions. We just want to store our trained model in a file. So let's run this cell with control and slash. Okay, look, in the output, we have an array that contains the name of our model file. So this is the return value of the dump method. Now back to our desktop, right next to my notebook, you can see our joblib file. This is where our model is stored. It's simply a binary file. Now back to our Jupyter notebook. As I told you before, in a real application, we don't want to train a model every time. So let's comment out these few lines. So I've selected these few lines. On Mac, we can press Command and slash, and on Windows, Control slash. Okay, these lines are commented out. Now this time, instead of dumping our model, we're going to load it. So we call the load method. We don't have the model. We simply pass the name of our model file. This returns our trained model. Now, with these two lines, we can simply make predictions. So earlier we assumed that men between 20 and 25 like hip hop music. Let's print predictions and see if our model is behaving correctly or not. So Control and Enter. There you go. So this is how we persist and load models.